Hey folks, today I wanted to try something new. This is a reaction or discussion video about my one of my favorite shows. Well, what means one of my favorite? I started watching them a few weeks ago, and I find them interesting, entertaining, informative, and funny. So maybe you like it too. Let's go.
This is from CNN Politics. This was Tuesday, April 27th. It says the United States says that Iran's Navy harassed the Coast Guard in the Persian Gulf earlier this month. The Coast Guard? I thought the Coast Guard was supposed to protect our coast. They're like, oh my God, there are Persians in the Persian Gulf. It's not called the American Gulf. It's called the Persian Gulf.
I love it.
What are we doing there? What's the Coast Guard doing in the Persian Gulf?
Obvious, isn't it, folks?
They just missed an exit and then shit got weird.
Iran's Navy once again harassed U.S. ships operating in the Persian Gulf, this time coming within 68 yards of the ships on Monday night, according to a spokeswoman for the U.S. Navy.
Folks, isn't the politically correct term spokesperson? I'm just joking. Let's see.
How dare those Iranians messing with the United States over in Iran?
It'd be like if somebody broke into your house and then yelled at you to get out.
Yeah. It's like, did you see how close those homeowners came to the burglar inside their house? They came within 68 yards. The Iranian ships kept operating close to the U.S. vessels despite repeated bridge-to-bridge warnings and the use of loud hailer devices. In response, the American ship fired warning shots. Hey, why don't you guys get the fuck out of the Persian Gulf? You ever think of that?
Yeah.
You are giving warnings and using loud hailer devices? Well, I bet they're giving you warnings too to get the fuck out of the Persian Gulf.
We're like the school bully of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hashtag true story, folks.
Walk up to someone like, get out of my way. Like, I was just standing here. You're my, oh, yeah? Why are you hitting yourself? Like, you're a dick. Stop.
The incident marks this is by CNN Politics. They do great work over at CNN Politics. The incident marks the second time this month that the ships from the IRGC Navy have harassed U.S. ships in the Persian Gulf. And that's the kind of news coverage that the CEO of YouTube is going to highlight. Straight up propaganda, pro-war propaganda that gets millions of people killed. That's the kind of stuff that the CEO of YouTube is going to highlight as authoritative news while she suppresses our debunking of that news.
Yeah, CNN stands for can't notice nuance. I mean, they repeat it multiple times in this article, like, oh, the U.S. ships were being harassed. Where? In the Persian, in their waters.
In Iran's waters. In the waters off Iran.
And folks, please don't come to me and tell me things like, if we are not there, the terrorists will come, we are going to die, Muslims, I don't care. Okay? This is not about that.
We were just being good little imperialists, and then they were messing with us.
So, all these black marks, do you see these black marks? Yeah. We should replace these with American flags. Those are all American military bases. What is Iran doing in the middle of all our military bases? Do you know no other country does this? Russia doesn't have military bases like this. China doesn't have military bases like this. Germany doesn't have no one. Only the United States. Why? Because we're run by the military-industrial complex. We have a banana government, and they don't actually. This is what they do. Imagine if the Iranian Navy was sailing around in the Gulf of Mexico. Just imagine that. Iran really made a mistake putting their country next to all those bases. If they don't like it, they could move.
Uh,
Biden wants to spend even more on defense than Trump. The president's plan to hike Pentagon spending draws a rebuke from progressives. No, it didn't. I don't know what John Nichols is talking about. That's like he hopes that did. I didn't see it. Did you see? Did you see any rebukes from progressives? They all said they gave him an A. What fucking progressives is John Nichols talking about? Do you know?
Well, maybe not in electoral politics. Maybe people on Twitter and shows and stuff like that.
Like who? I haven't heard anyone say anything. Ron, have you?
Like in at all?
No.
I mean, of course.
Besides us, who have you heard say something?
Well, I mean, like I can't think of like
No.
specific
No,
people.
you can't.
But there's,
No, you can't.
yeah.
Well, I mean, the gray zone. There's a lot of anti-war shows out there. I mean, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, you're talking about the gray. Okay, all right. You're right. No, we've been doing it, but he makes it sound like the whole progress. Anyway, it's a sub headline. I won't hold him accountable for it. But anyway, you know, and I'm not trying to rip on John Nichols. I'm just saying that's more. It sounds to me like from some progressives. How about that? Let's that was it. It's from some progressives.
No, totally, man. And I get what you're saying. I just think like, you know, I would interpret that as he's not just speaking about people inside of politics.
Maybe Graham Elwood, Ron Placone,
Sure.
Gray Zone, The Vanguard, Frank Analysis, those kind of shows, right? That's what you're talking about.
Sure.
Richard Medhurst.
Yeah.
Richard Medhurst,
Yeah.
right? Those kind of shows. Yeah. Okay. All right. That would be some progressives, some marginalized progressives. They're drawing rebuke from marginalized progressives, not anybody with power. That's for sure. So there you go. That's how CNN covers us doing imperialism. They cover it as we're the victim of Iran. We're the victim of Iran. Just want to let you know. Somehow we're the victims of Iran, according to CNN Politics. But that's the news that the CEO of YouTube wants to push now, as because we're just assholes in our basement. It's easy to do what we're doing. Well, if it's so easy, why don't they do it? Because they won't do it right. Miss CEO of YouTube.
That country we've been brutalizing since the 50s. They're harassing us while we're just in their waters.
You know, we overthrew Iran.
How rude.
We overthrew the Iranian democratically elected president in 1953, Mossadegh. You know that the CIA did that. The United States overthrew their government, which is why they have a reactionary right-wing theocracy in Iran right now. Because we overthrew their democratically elected government. Who did? The United States. The CNN ever tell you that? No. Would the CEO of YouTube tell you that? No.
No.
But she will suppress us when we tell you that.
Hey, Medea Benjamin wrote a great book about it. I believe it's just called Inside Iran. It goes through the entire timeline. It's a very brilliant book. I recommend it.
There you go.
Yes, folks. So true. But you can tell me what you think about this whole situation. Well, I'm from Germany, so Germany was pretty much on the side of America most of the time. Even though maybe not supporting directly with troops, but indirectly with logistics and so on and so on. So I don't like war. War is stupid. So get the fuck out. So see you next time.